Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So you can hear me today but you cannot see me because I'm making my own DIY shea butter mix and I thought I would share it with you guys. I actually filmed this ages ago, but the method that I used took forever, which meant that my editing was taking even longer, so I just thought forget it, let me refilm it. That's why there is some shea butter already in the processor, because I hadn't fully finished my shea butter, so I just thought let me bung the remainder back in the processor. Speaking of which, this processor has been in my family for years. My mum watches my videos, so I wonder if she'll smile when she sees this, or if she'll be wondering why I'm using it to make hair products. But it's okay, mum, because I will clean it. I usually use a handheld mixer, but a food processor or a blender is just so much quicker, and it also means that my butter will come out smoother and creamier. I apologise for the light, guys. I'm in my kitchen and you don't get the best light in here, so I'm sorry it's a little bit dark. But yeah, I thought I would share with you guys the ingredients that I put in there and why. First of all, I like to put my shea butter mix in a jar. I got this jar from Wilkinson's for £2. One, because it's quite cute and presentable, isn't it, to put it in a jar, but also because if you put it in like plastic and the plastics aren't BPA free, if they get hot for whatever reason, the plastics can actually seep into the mix. And of course, what's great about making your own stuff is because it's completely natural. So I don't want to put it in plastic and then the plastics melt and get into my mix and then it's chemicals all over again, right? So that's one of the plus sides to making your own stuff, and why I use a jar is because it's all natural. Another plus side is you know what you're putting on your hair. You can research, like, what is it you want from your hair? Do you want to stimulate growth? Do you want to moisturize? Do you want to heal? So you can research and find ingredients to make your own conditioners, moisturizers, and sealants. Another big plus, of course, is it's 10 times cheaper. Like, this has lasted me so long already and it only cost me £4. And so you can make large batches of the stuff for like £2–3 a go. And the great thing as well is the shelf life is a lot better than a lot of the cosmetics that we have nowadays tend to go off. So, shea butter, of course, is the base for this shea butter mix. Get the 100% pure kind. Mine is 100% pure, however, it's not organic. I wish it was. You know, the more organic, the more minerals and vitamins you will get from this. Speaking of which, shea butter has natural vitamin E. That's also what stops it from going off. What's great about shea butter is it has healing properties. It's great for your skin and your hair, and it's a natural SPF. So it protects against the sun and the elements, and it doesn't absorb UV. So you can use this on your skin as a mild sunblock, which is just fantastic. So that's why shea butter is just great. It does have moisturizing properties. However, I'm using this as my sealant. I'm not actually using this to create a moisturizer, but it does have moisturizing properties and keeps the hair supple and soft. Next, I'm using 100% pure coconut oil. I got this for like £2 from Tesco's. Now, I had the same one from a hair shop that cost £4, so be wary, guys. Just go to your Whole Foods or Tesco's or wherever and you can find 100% pure coconut oil in its solid and raw form for quite cheap. So that's what I'm using, 100% pure coconut oil. What's great about this is it reduces protein loss and it increases moisture retention, and it also is a natural anti-dandruff. So if you tend to get a flaky scalp, think about incorporating coconut oil into your oil mixes or into your shea butter mixes. The next thing that I'm going to be using is lemongrass. It's a pure essential oil, so please do not put it directly on your skin on its own because it will burn. I know that from experience, because when I found it, I was like, ooh, let me just rub a little bit on my skin. It burns, okay? So definitely use it with a carrier oil. But what's great about this is it's a natural anti-inflammatory, it's also a natural antibacterial, and it's also a natural antifungal oil. So a plus side to using this, I will say, is I know that children, funny little fun fact for you guys, children tend to be more prone to getting ringworm of the scalp. Ringworm is a fungal disease, so I think this would be something to consider using, like, as in your mixtures if you're concerned about like scalp ringworm because it's a natural antifungal. So you could use it as a kind of preventative measure so that your kids, you know, don't pick up any of these kind of fungal things on their scalp. So that's what's great about lemongrass oil. Also, it fortifies the hair follicles and it stops hair loss because it reduces the blood flow to the blood vessels. It kind of constricts the blood vessels, so that helps it hold on to the follicles even more. So this is actually great natural hair loss remedy as well. The last ingredient is pure wheat germ oil. This has natural vitamin E as well, and it also stops things from spoiling. So again, my buttercream will have an extremely long shelf life. It also has squalene. Now, squalene is close to the skin surface lipids that we naturally produce. So that means that this will help easily absorb all of this into my hair and on my scalp. So that's what's fantastic about this. And it also naturally has B vitamins. B vitamins are essential for cell and tissue formation. So again, you're going to stimulate growth, you're going to help grow that hair and fortify the follicles. And B6 in particular helps hair growth and helps thicken hair. So if you are looking to thicken your hair or stimulate growth, wheat germ oil is another one of those great natural things that do that. So that's what I'm using in mine. Also, I should actually say as a disclaimer, this is wheat germ oil. So if you are allergic to wheat, please don't use this. Like, I don't want to kill nobody, okay? So if you're allergic to wheat or gluten, it may be worth doing a bit of a test patch and seeing how you get on, just in case you may be allergic to some things. Okay, so I'm literally just going to scoop shea butter into the food processor. I'm going to do about half, I think, half of this tub. It is cold in England, so that's why I'm literally like shoveling this out. Ugh. That's also why it's better to get the organic one, because it just crumbles a lot easier than this does. And now I'm going to take my coconut oil and I'm going to put about an equal amount, a little bit less, but a roughly equal amount of coconut oil in the mix. So that's what that looks like now. It's got an equal amount of shea butter and coconut oil in there. Next I'm going to take about half a tablespoon, I hope you can see that, about half a tablespoon of the wheat germ oil. Just pop that in there. It's like a cooking show, guys. Just pop that in there. And then the lemongrass oil. And the lemongrass oil, I've done like a little less than a half of a tablespoon. So just pop that in there as well. Make sure it's all off. So I've just secured everything on there, and my mix is in there ready to blend. Cue music.
7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
You'll never have the sacred stone.
Oh, this you crazy mother.
So it starts to look like this. It's really like cake mix. But of course, if you do have a blender or you're using a processor, a lot like cake mix, you want to scrape it off the side. But it's already starting to become nice and creamy, which is exactly what we want. The creamier it is, the easier it will melt in the long run, which is what we want. We want it to eventually turn into an oil. So I'll just put it on and then I'll blend it again on a low setting. I may speed it up a little bit to a higher setting for about 30 seconds to a minute. So that's the final consistency. Hopefully you can see it's so smooth and creamy. And all that's left to do now is just transfer it into your jar for your pretty presentation. So here is my final mix. That's what it looks like. It's very, very, very creamy in consistency, and it literally just becomes an oil automatically. So it's just a brilliant thing to do if you are, you know, trying to save money but you're still kind of conscious about the things that you're putting on your hair. Then think about creating your own DIY mix. You can make everything from shampoos right down to your stylers. You can make them yourself. So, I mean, Carol's daughter started out in her kitchen, didn't she, I think? So it's great to make your own. So there's mine. Let me know if you guys do make your own, or if you have your own videos and recipes, then leave them down in the comments below. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys on the next video. Bye!